Hi, I'm Trevor Neuman, and I turned this into this. It was in November, so I was collecting branches for a wreath building program that the city had. As I was taking my step from the forest floor into the grass, my heel sunk into the grass, it caught. I went forward and my knee dislocated and I went down. They were concerned that they were going to have to amputate the leg because I had done so much damage to my knee with all the ligaments, with the common peroneal nerve, and I'd also pinched an artery. And because I was in the grass for 20 minutes before any help arrived, and then in the ER for such a long period of time without my leg being reset, there was some real concern. Now I realize that my leg wasn't going to be the same as it was. You know, I'm not so naive that this is the worst thing that's ever happened to anybody, but it just started to progress. I wasn't a depressed person. I was, prior to the accident, I was pretty happy. I was pretty easy to get along with. I didn't really know what was happening for myself, and people that would come by, it was easy to put on a smiling face for an hour or 2 hours, however long that was. And the only person that knew what was happening was my wife. And thinking about, what someone had said or what someone had done, that it was very easy to drag me into that space again, and just didn't have the skills to cope with it. It was a promise to myself every morning, I guess, that today was going to be better than it was yesterday. And it's a lot of work to try to maintain that level of positive mentality to move forward. My wife came home with some Driftwood. People would ask me what depression was like. Depression is like as if you were a piece of driftwood. You float aimlessly, without purpose, without reason, and you're just floating. And I thought, okay, well, that's a pretty good analogy for depression. And then I started my senior project, and I thought I would make pens. The pen was such an important part of getting better and of learning and of moving forward and everything. I decided that when I graduated, one of the gifts that I would give away to potential employers that came to the portfolio show was I'd give them all a pen that I had made. My first pen, as it was on the lathe, it was spinning around, the gouge had caught on the knot and blew the pen apart. And every now and again, you're going to get a setback. And I looked at this pen blowing apart as a setback. But you don't give up on it. You don't start from scratch. You take that piece, you glue it back together, you work on what you need to work on to get it the way that it needs to get to, and then you just move on. There are times when, even if you are getting help from friends and family, that the stress and the burden that you're putting on them is too much, and they don't have the professional experience or expertise that a psychologist is going to have. So you need to seek help. If someone were to ask me and they said, I think I'm depressed, what can I do? Or what should I do? I would say the first thing that you need to do is you need to talk to somebody. And you really need to be open about what it is that you're going through. And there's no shame in getting help, because there are times when you can't do it all on your own.